Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about training splits and the weekly organisation of training. So firstly, the two things we need to look at when organising weekly training is recovery and muscle protein synthesis uptime. So basically recovery essentially takes between 48 and 72 hours, but you should be able to come back in the gym and perform the next training session for the same body part after 48 hours. So like a day's rest in between, so you can squat, day off, squat, and you should be able to do that. Secondly is the muscle protein synthesis uptime. So when you stimulate the muscle, give it a growth stimulus, it takes 48 hours. So that signaling of muscle protein synthesis lasts for 48 hours. After that time, you're not really going to make any more gains. So from this, what we gather is that we require minimal separation between sessions. So what this means is that the more times we can train a movement or a muscle within a week, the more gains you're going to get. But recovery also limits that. So with them two factors, the optimal training frequency for any muscle is 2 to 3 times per week. This is different between lifts, as in like say it's hard to deadlift 3 times a week or squat 3 times a week. However, there is crossover between these movements in the muscle stimulated. So you could squat Monday, deadlift Wednesday, and squat Friday again, and that's still the same musculature is getting stressed and stimulated 3 times a week. So that's your optimal frequency. So organisation of training, how do we do this? Do we just do full body 3 times a week? Or that is one option. Full body 3 times a week, so you're getting stimulus 3 times a week, and you're aiming to hit each muscle group within each session. That's quite optimal for beginners or people who like to train that way. It's quite a good training system. Probably one of the best. The two best systems is full body or upper lower splits. So like I say, an upper lower split, you start off, say Monday would be squat day, lower body day. You would train maybe squat, deadlift, and a few accessories, and then upper body day, you'll do bench press, upper body work, arms work, pull-ups, lats, that kind of thing. So you've basically it's a very simple structure, and it's very easy to define how exercises fall into one or another. I mean, I know say a deadlift does activate upper body musculature. However, it's to a lesser degree than lower body, so therefore it would fall into lower body day. Another way of organising training 2 days wise is a push-pull. This is more difficult to define exercises over because exercises may fall into you might organise push-pull, so you might do Monday push, Tuesday pull, Thursday push, Friday pull. However, some lifts may cross over into both. Not necessarily the lifts, but the muscles required for the lifts might cross over into both days. So some muscles may be being stimulated 4 times a week, and you only got 24 hours in between. And basically, splitting training like that is more of a psychological organisation for it. Along with body part splits, the main benefits of body part splits is you need to break it up in your mind rather than with a body part split, you're gonna train once a week, so you're not making the most out of that muscle protein synthesis uptime. So after you train a body part split, you train, and then after 48 hours, you're basically spending 5 days of the week making no gains at all because there's no stimulation. Also, with body part splits, it negatively affects exercise selection. So when you're splitting training to that extent, like chest day, where does bench press fall? Does bench press fall on shoulders day, the front delt activation, triceps day? So basically, limits your exercise pool. Or the same with like deadlift. You deadlift for back day, leg day, do you do it on both? And it makes people fall into the trap of not choosing exercise which crosses over both categories. So instead of doing deadlift, someone do like leg curls on leg day, and then add another back exercise on the back day. Also with body part splits, there's less focus on compound exercises, which is basically what I'm just talking about. With a focus movement away from compound exercises, they cross over from more than one body part and more focus on isolation than the individual body part. And that also ties into the limited stimulation. Because training this way, you're not making the most out of the muscle protein synthesis uptime, and you're basically missing extra opportunities during the week where you could train again and create an extra stimulus which could give you more adaptation. The relationship between the two factors we have discussed of recovery and muscle protein synthesis both need to be taken into account when designing an optimal training program. There is a trade-off between these two factors in the sense that to optimize muscle protein synthesis, the optimal program will be to train as often as possible in a week. However, recovery plays into this, as it takes a certain amount of time to recover from a session to be able to repeat the exposure to the stimulus. Therefore, I would conclude that training each muscle 2 to 3 times per week would be optimal for growth and development. The best way I would suggest to do this is either with 3 full body sessions per week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday layout, or an upper lower split, and you can organise it however you want. But in the upper lower split, you need to perform each workout twice a week, so you're getting 2 lower body days, 2 upper days, and that is what I would probably recommend as the most optimal training program for both strength and hypertrophy training. Thank you for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. Peace out.